Let me hear you say pa 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 da pa 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 da pa 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 da pa 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 da pa 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 da pa 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 da pa 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 da. Crazy at this thing called love. Just what I've been dreaming of. And I can never figure out, oh, how you do the things you do. Is why I'm so in love with you. I like the way you make me smile. Boy, you give me butterflies. And when I look into your eyes, I'll see the future in me and you. That's why I wrote this song for you. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Just want you to know what I think of you. L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Baby, you've got what it takes to make your girl say L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. If I met you in another life and you asked me to be your wife, with grace and a smile I say, yeah, always now and forever. You be my one and only lover. Cause I like the way you make me smile. Boy, you give me butterflies. And when I look into your eyes, I'll see the future in me and you. That's why I wrote this song for you. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Just want you to know what I think of you. L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Baby, you've got what it takes to make your girl say L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Pa 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 da pa 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 da pa 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 da pa 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 da pa 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 da pa 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 da pa 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 da.
Good morning. Welcome to the Tony Commander, J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson talk show on this beautiful Wednesday morning, July the 19th, 2023. What have we in store for the people of Liberia? Well, we know that, first of all, the Spoon TV has been fined $1,000 by the civil court in Monrovia. Also, 19 of its employees have also been fined $300 each by the court. Why? Because on yesterday, the court filed a contempt charge against Spoon TV. They had to face their charge. Why? Because when they went to close their TV station based on the civil action of slander that was filed by Wilmer Smith a few days ago, the employees of Spoon TV attacked the officers of the court, tried to stop them from closing the business down, from locking it down. So the court filed contempt charges against all of them. And yesterday, they came down with a sentence everybody was fine. And the court said they got 24 hours to pay that money. So that's by tomorrow morning, that money got to be paid. So if they, it depends on when they did that case now. I think that was yesterday. So if they came out the finding yesterday, that money is supposed to be paid sometime today. Let me bring on my correspondent in Liberia, Mr. Samuel Worker, before I go on with my cases, with my introduction. Sam, what's up? We can't hear you. Well, while he's getting his stuff together, let me continue with my topics for this morning. We also know in the news, the front page, Africa, that Mr. Benani Ure, the standard bearer of the All Liberian People's Party and recent friend of Mr. Boka of the Unity Party, has now decided to go back to the CDC. We know in the initial stages of all this process, Benani was supporting CDC before he branched off on his own. Let me bring Mr. Worker in. Sam, what's up? We can't hear you, my man.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, we can't see you out of the hand. Now bring the phone down. Yeah, the light is
Good
in your
morning.
back. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm okay. Thank
Yeah,
you
I
this
just
morning.
told you. Go ahead.
This morning we gathered over here that most marketeers in Monrovia and the Painesville district were denied into the market hall simply because they did not attend the rally on Monday. The thank you rally hosted by the CDC, telling George, we are thank you for all that he has done. So
Oh,
these marketeers,
so to stop the people from going to
the marketeers,
the marketplaces.
yeah. So once you did not attend the rally, you won't be allowed to sell. And
Wow.
what we gathering is that some of them receive like $1,004 or $10, $15 to go for the rally. But since you did not go, you pay back the money. And after paying the money, you are found $1,500, or else you won't be allowed to sell in the market.
Wow. That you see, that's really suffering the Liberian people, man. So they force the people to go to attend the program, all the
Mhm.
marketeers, and those that did not attend, they are stopping them from returning to the market stall. And those that
And from the very GSA, the General Services Agency where Mary Broad is heading, some guys receive the t-shirts and the laptop and they not go. So there's complaint. Most of the talk show this morning, people from the CDC complain that some ministries and agencies and those staffers receive these things and they not attend. But people are compelled to attend. If you don't
so
go, you risk losing your job.
they risk losing their jobs.
Yeah.
What about this news about Ben and I? You were going back to the CDC.
Yeah, what we gather is that US is in talk with the CDC and planning to return to the camp because he's already fought up with Boakai, and so he's finding some sort of vow, tree to hang on. So he keep on CDC anyway. So most of the guys is I mean they are like they were just spy on Boakai
Yeah, I see here
after they.
from the newspaper report, it says that sources report that the meeting took place at the Boulevard Palace, and that's a hotel, right? and
Yeah,
included key,
on 13th Street.
yeah, and included key figures as Finance and Development Minister Samuel Twe, Emmanuel Eugene Nangwe, the newly appointed campaign chairman of the CDC, the chairman of the CDC, Mobile Molu, McDonald Wento. Who is McDonald Wento?
He's a money guy, a businessman, and in Liberia.
Okay, then you
But he's kind
guys,
of quiet person. Yeah, he was once a standard bearer of a political leader of the United People's Party.
okay, then you guys Senator Sa Joseph of Monterey County and prominent ALP members, including former Bapolo Senator Theodore Momo. So these are the people that met with Ben and Ayure.
Hmm.
Is this story confirmed?
Well, yeah, we heard that, but it was like rumor. But the newspaper just brought it up. It means there's some facts in it because Yure would not go to Boakai. He won't go to Cummings either. So we expect to return to CDC
Well,
because that's his base.
we know recently you was with Borka. So he and Costa and whole family were with Borka. And because Borka refused Costa's plea to be vice president or his offer to be vice president, now you is going to CDC. Now, this is a big blow to Borka. What do you think about it?
Oh yeah, Yure got his follower, but people are saying that actually most of the NPP guys are with Yure. So I mean, it doesn't matter.
So who are
If you
the
return to
that Taylor
the
guy?
National Patriotic Party of Joao Taylor,
Yes.
yeah, they divided some of Ure and some stay with Taylor, and a couple of them have gone to Barney.
So how will you estimate the strength of US party?
Ure is no threat when it comes to standing with Ure face to face. Ure cannot even go third if he
So
goes alone. He cannot
what,
even go third. He cannot even go fourth.
how will you evaluate the impact of him going to CDC and taking his party along with him with Costa and all of them?
But I mean, Ure was with CDC before.
Mm.
When
But
it comes to Buckeye,
at that time, CDC was strong.
yeah, they all made CDC to be strong. They all made CDC to be strong. So
So, but
if he's going back, it makes no difference. It has no impact on Bwaga camp.
so
Actually,
you think with the momentum that Boca has right now, you will go whether you will go back to we are or not, it doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter. I mean, it has no impact, negative impact. Bwaga is very strong. From what I'm seeing, now see what happened on Monday. Most of the people you see in that crowd are people from opposition camp, but they were forced.
They were
So
full.
where is the support? Yeah, they were compelled to go there. Where's the support now from the very CDC in Monterey County? And that was they don't beat them twice in the race. So do they really have support here, or is that deceit? Yeah,
Well,
because like,
you on the ground, you got the best chances to make the assessment of all these things that's going on. So, what about Gongolo parade today?
where we expect Gongo to, take to the streets in support of the Anti-Corruption Commission is fighting corruption. Congo's fight against corruption is I mean, we always say Liberia is so corrupt, but there's no action taken. So whether it will have impact today, we yet to see.
Hmm. Well, what's your view?
I really don't know Gongo's strength. I really know his strength. Except some oppositions decide to join him in the fight against corruption. But actually, I really don't know his strength.
Well, we'll check it out. So I'm sure you're going to check out that parade, that protest, and
Yeah,
and,
by 12 o'clock today, I will be going to town.
and let us know what's happening.
Yeah.
So, Sam, you sent me some information about this issue with Sierra Leone banning livestock from Liberia going to Sierra Leone. What's the situation with that?
Quite recently, in Lofa County, northern Liberia, uh, you have about 70 cows, mysteriously died. The cause of death is unknown up
This
to
number,
now.
Sam, this number is conflicting. Every time I read the news, people saying 36 cows, 36 cows, and you the only one telling me 70 cows. What's the
But is
real?
that what I got up on the ground in Lofa?
So
I
they
got a
say
contact in Lofa, yeah, but so maybe they try
they
to hide the actual figure.
they're not reporting the true figures
Yeah, I got somebody in Lofa.
because
I don't
everyone.
want to call his name, but he's a government official. He's a magistrate.
Oh, so
Yeah, so I mean, I rely on his information.
yeah, because everyone I read, nobody's saying 70 cows, everybody's saying 36. So they're saying that these cows are probably dying from anthrax. Huh?
But the health team have not come up with any findings yet.
But according to the report you sent me, right? They said sometime in May 2022, there were anthrax. There was an anthrax epidemic in Sierra Leone. It resulted in the deaths of 200 plus cattle. And they're saying that the pores that because anthrax is a chemical disease, right?
Hmm.
So it has residuals. Whenever that thing is sprayed or disseminated in the area, it goes in the soil. So how did the livestock die? Did they spray it on the grass? Was it on the grass for them to eat? So they're saying if they died in that kind of manner, the anthrax must have gone in the ground. They call it the pores from the anthrax. It's in the soil, and it takes years to come out. And it's not only dangerous to the animals, it's dangerous to the people too. So if this anthrax was in Sierra Leone, how did it impact cows in Lofa and the other counties along Cape Mount and all? Because they're saying along the border with Sierra Leone. So that Lofa and Cape Mount, right?
It's a deep forest there, yeah.
So you got those two counties being, and now Sierra Leone is not permitting the people to sell meat in that area or to transport livestock from Liberia to Sierra Leone or do anything because of that. So, what is the health ministry saying? Have they come up with any findings?
Since the incident in Lofa, we have not heard anything from the Ministry of Health as regards the funding as to what actually killed these cows.
Have anybody, have individuals been impacted by this anthrax epidemic?
In
Has any,
Lofa,
has anybody
not to
in
my
like?
knowledge in Liberia, no, we have not heard of that.
But this is some serious stuff, Sam.
It's serious though, but the health team was dispatched there, and it's been like 2 weeks now. No report yet. We don't know why.
I
Or
hope they
maybe they don't have a lab here.
I hope they haven't died and nobody get to report about them. Don't like you, my man. They dispatch the people up there. They go up there. The air tries to kill them, and
No,
nobody died.
they came, but no, maybe the lab is not in Liberia. They had to send it, to Ghana also to do the lab. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
So
they had to send it.
yeah, they got to send the evidence to where Ghana.
Yeah, Ghana or Cote d'Ivoire also.
So they
You
don't
don't have
have
it.
scientific laboratories in Liberia to examine these things. So what they
No,
So they got to take all the grass, all the dirt, and everything, sample, and send it to Ghana for the people in Ghana to examine it and tell us whether there's anthrax in the soil or not, or why the cattle are dying.
so you don't have that technology here in Liberia. We had to go to Ghana. See
And
how
there's
backward Liberia has gone.
and well, there's no indication how long it's going to take, right?
Yeah, I mean, no one knows yet.
You
No
see,
information on that.
Sam, we think Africa is backwards. The only reason why we think that way is because our Africa is divided into countries. Every country is an individual country. Unlike America, we do the same thing in America here. Okay, there are certain states that have better laboratories than other states. So when we get evidence or or samples of things that need to be examined, and they can examine it in this state, we take it and send it to Texas, or because this is in Texas, we have the military, medical school, and all the places there. So they send it to those places to examine. Okay, but the only difference is there's less red tape, less bureaucracy because when you in Liberia, and Ghana, there are two different governments. So we gotta
Mhm.
negotiate, we gotta talk about money and all that. Whereas in America, you send it and all of that is dealt with later on. Okay? So but there's a lot of red tape in Africa, man. So it's almost the same thing in America, but we are all different countries. We're not one country where things are feasible and done better and faster. So these are the disadvantages we face. So we don't know how long, when this thing is coming back.
We don't know yet.
So how's the meat situation in the country? I mean, with 70 cows dying, that's a lot of cows, and with the economy so bad,
But you still get meat in Liberia. Guinea is just next door to Uganda, and you found a lot of meat coming from that end to Monrovia and other parts of Montserrat. So meat is in the city. There's no
I
beef
mean,
shortage anyway.
it's just the terrible economic impact the people on the western side of the nation is facing. The Sierra Leone side, people
Hmm.
can't have their food. People can't can't.
Northwest.
Yeah, no west at the western side of Liberia.
Uh,
If the thing is in the soil, we don't know how long it's going. Is it in the soil? That's the part. That's the more important part. We want to know what's the impact of this anthrax. Because if it's in the soil, that means for X number of years, people cannot use that soil. That soil has to be observed. People can't live there. It's a hazard. It's a health risk for people as well as animals. So are people conscious of that? We're in a political season and people don't think about all these kind of things, but these are the things that are impacting our country. You see, right now we're suffering from money problem, we're suffering from a rice problem. When we start suffering from meat and cattle problem, that would be another issue. Then people dying, we don't know why they're dying. So push this issue so the health department can speedily investigate this matter and come back with an issue on it. We need a response to it. Okay? So we already talked about the spoon TV issue, whether or not you issue. So what's that happening in the country, Sam?
Uh, a group of women discovered over 100 plus voters registration cards on Monday during the rally at the city headquarters. And this lady is saying that she was going to burn them and she wouldn't give it to anybody. Yeah, more
So
than 100 plus cars.
so let me ask you something. If you already have a card, can you go back and get another one?
No, it's closed.
So
So
there's no way if
maybe
you
after
lose
the election,
it,
maybe
take a new one.
you cannot take a new one now. It's
It's too
closed.
late.
So you
Wow.
won't vote. You wouldn't vote.
So she
And your
the
time is over.
problem all those CDC people are voting.
But who knows whether they all are citizens? Because a lot of people went there, they are not citizens. Like I already told you, the marketeers, some
How did they
business people, some civil servants.
did they take their cards from them?
I don't know how it happened. Because most of them were drunk. The people were so crowded, some of them fainted and all that. So I don't know how it happened. Some of them fainted, most of them fainted. You know. So we don't know how it happened, how the cars, got missing from them.
Yesterday we were supposed to talk about Mususcat case. So what's the situation with a case in Liberia? You heard anything on the news?
This morning, no, but it was like the day of yesterday when I heard that the evidence, the government must provide evidence before the case can proceed. But I've
Yeah,
not heard any of that yet.
yeah. They went to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court denied the prosecution request to withhold the evidence because the prosecution was saying if they give the evidence, the case hasn't gone on yet. How would they give the defense all the evidence they have? They got to wait till the case the case starts. So the Supreme Court said no. We stand with the lower court. The lower court said you should give the people all the discovery evidence. Give it to them. So they're compelling them to give the evidence now. So we should be listening to hear from the defense, getting all the evidence. But the part about it is they still want bail for Musu Scott, and she's not getting bail because it's a non-bailable offense. Just that drugs is non-bailable. Murder is non-bailable. So I don't know how they're going to get her out. Whether the evidence is there or whether they have enough sufficient evidence or not. They ain't going to let her out. So that what they're praying that the court speed the case up now. Because, I told you yesterday, you weren't on yesterday, but it's a judge who determines the cases for the next court session. So there are a lot of cases on the docket. It depends on the judge to call those cases up. So the judge may say, I'm not calling Musu case up under the next case, under the next year sometime. So that what they say, no, we want a speedy trial. We demanding it under Article 21, so and so. So they're demanding it. So let's see what the judge will do about it. That is his prerogative. He puts the cases on the judge.
But has that happened before?
Where?
Where you cover a speedy trial in a murder case and the judge listen?
It's the law. You can call for a speedy trial. Anybody can call for a speedy trial. Just imagine that, Sam. Everybody else on that docket wants a speedy trial. What give you the right over to other people? There must be a reason why there's a delay with the judges trying cases. We talked about this the other day, where people have been in jail, where one guy, Zia, is that his name, Zia? Where this Lebanese man said this Liberian boy stole his money or something, and they put the boy in jail, and the charge is a misdemeanor, and the charge, no, it's not, it can't be a misdemeanor because misdemeanor is a year, but it's a felony, and the sentence for the charge is 5 years. And right now, Zia is in jail and has been in jail for 4 years and hasn't even been to court one day. This is not right. This is a violation of human rights. How you gonna keep the man in jail? He hasn't been, the man has done the man has been sentenced for 4 years already, has not been to court one day. His case has not come up. So his case is still on the docket. The same thing we're talking about. Speedy trial. So what give Musu Scott the right to come out before this guy? And this guy case been on the docket for 4 years. 5 years or more, hasn't come out yet. This is not right, man. Even if they bring Musu Scott case up, it's not right. It's not justice. Is this justice for Zia? Zia is in Sudbury prison. He's been in Sudbury prison for 3 years. He has been sentenced there. He has been put there by a Lebanese man charged with stealing, larceny. And not one day has a judge ever called this boy to plead guilty or not guilty. Sam, you see how bad this case is? The boy hasn't even been to court to plead guilty or not guilty. He's been in court in jail for 4 years. This is a curse on our country. This is a curse. What if this were you, Sam? This can only happen to poor people who ain't got nobody to stand up for them.
Mm-hmm.
You see why we need public defenders? We need a separate department of public defenders that will go in the prison and be compelled to bring these cases forward for these people. Because the court appointing people to plead for these people pro bono is not working. Somebody got to go in the prison and seek these people's interests. Nobody doing that to the Liberian people. This is not right. This is a curse on our nation, Sam. This is a violation of the law by the Republic of Liberia. You can't keep a citizen of the Republic of Liberia in jail for 4 years and the man never been to court in one day. He never seen the judge one day to plead guilty or not guilty to the defense, and you got him in jail. This is a productive citizen. You are taking his life away from him for 4 years. This kid, he's a minor. This is a youth, Sam. You have taken the boy whole life away from him unjustly. What kind of government we got now? What kind of system we got? Did you free that guy? Did you free him right away without delay? Why are they keeping him in jail? And that's the duty of the court, to go in there and free all these people that be in jail for long without any trial. Why you got these people in jail without trial? What's the Justice Department doing? Because we don't have public defender office, that does not mean the Justice Department is not held accountable to get these people out of jail. What the hell is the damn Justice Department of Liberia, Justice Ministry of Liberia doing? You got these people in jail for years and they have not seen the judge. This is a sentence, indictment against the Justice Ministry itself, against the government of Liberia. You see, Sam, why God to punish us? Because these things only happen to poor people who got nobody to stand up for them. Got nobody to look out for them. You see, and that way in America, they got systems that are compelled to take care of those kind of people. Because in America, we know there are people here that people will not take care of if the state don't take care of them. And they don't have the capacity to do it on their own. You know, and even in America, there are people in jail wrongly. But not for this kind of disgusting thing, man. You keep a man 4 years in jail on a 5-year sentence, and he hasn't been to court one day to plead guilty or not guilty. How can God bless us, Sam? God can bless us. And you see, this is what my show is about. Enlightening the common man of his rights. Telling you know, our leaders are not the only leaders. You are a leader yourself. This is our country. We are all responsible under the law to assure peace and stability in our country. That are all of us duties. And how do we do it? By making sure that the before leading us follow the law. That the law is imposed on both the rich and the poor, on all citizens in our country. But as it is right now, the law is not operative. It's not operating effectively for the common Liberian man. It's not. Just for the mere fact that our prison system is failed. The prison system is terrible. You know, it's bad enough when you put a man in jail for a crime and you can't get him bed and food and things like that. But to put the man in jail for a crime, you don't know whether he committed or not. And the man is pleading that he didn't commit it, he's innocent. And you keep the man in jail. And the sentence for the crime is 5 years. And you keep the man in jail for 4 years without giving him his due process. Come on, man. This is a violation of the Constitution. You see, right there, we're supposed to stop everything. It's a violation of the Constitution. His constitutional rights to freedom, to life, to happiness, to prosperity, to movement. They have violated so many aspects of this man's rights, man. The government should give the man money who'll be in jail for 4 years and never been to court 1 year. These are the people you force the government to get paid. And they don't work for the rest of their lives. They just sit there and get free money, pension. Free money. And good money too. Not just 50, 60 dollars. Give that kind of man $200, $300, $500 a month where he will enjoy his life. You take away that man's life for 4 years like that, when that man could be out having children, making money, building homes, educating his mind, uplifting his life, you stop that man's whole life and make it stagnated for 4 years for nothing that he did, no crime that you show he committed. Sam, it's not right, man. These are the legal violations that go on in our country. We don't see it. We look at big crimes. But these are the violations of human rights that go on in our country that causing God to punish us. Because our duty is to our whole society, not to just one sector of our society. We pay too much attention to politics and not the real life issues of our people. Although we're in a political situation right now, but life goes on after that. Life goes on. And we cannot forget or forsake issues of the law with regards to the poor people among us. Come on, man. Come on, man. This thing been going on. First thing you said that the Congo people. Now we got a native government in power. And our people are suffering more, man. Why will you keep that man in jail with other tribe? And you see, it hurting me That's not my relative. I call him man. Boy hurting me because he's a Liberian. And all Liberians felt the same way as I feel when other Liberians are mistreated. Our country will change. Our country will change. Most people say that their business, that not my business. Yeah, they're not your business until it comes to haunt you. That's why I asked you, Sam, how would you feel if you were in jail and nobody brought you to court and you know your rights? You say, look, man, I didn't do it. I'm free. And everybody say, yeah. You on the docket, the judge will call you. And the judge never calls you for 4 years. 4 years. What are the judges in the courts of Liberia doing? What are those buffoons doing? What are they doing to got people in jail for 4 years? Something wrong with our country, man. People not working, Sam. These judges are bullshitters. There is no way we have judges in our government and people in our jail sitting down for 4 years and have not been tried. What is going on in Liberia? What's going on, Sam? Maybe you can tell me. Tell me what's going on. What's going on in the country, Sam?
A lot of bullshit. That's all.
You think this election will change anything?
Well, it depends on the mind. Liberians. I
Sam,
really don't know. I mean,
we're talking about we're talking about many things here. We're talking about the economy. We're talking about healthcare. We're talking about jobs. We're talking about our children's security and safety. We're talking about national security. We're looking at 5 things on my hand, just on my hand alone. 5 things that are essential to progress and good life in our nation. Do you think this administration coming in, anybody's guy coming in can meet all those demands for a better Liberia? Huh?
we'll wait and see. You're all coming with promises again. Political season is over promises. I will do this. I will do that. When they come to the job, you see people finding excuses. So wait and see.
We've been witnessing for nearly 200 years now. And everything one step forward, 2 step back, or 1 step forward, 2 step. We can't continue that. Are we going to build our country or not? Sam, one good thing happened to me in my life. I went in the military. It straightened my life out. It gave me a different view to life. You're going to do it, you got to do it. You got to get up and do it. You can't bullshit. And that will build this nation. Because this nation was built by people who serve in the military. Look at all the leaders in America. Many of them being in the army. Because that's a way to liberation. When you go in the army, you're not looking for money and power no more. As soon as you sign that people to join the U.S. Army, your days of mind and power and brother and sister and family over. Your
All
family,
gone.
your family is military. Your family is the military because if you're not a man, you are not blasting the military. Sam, you know how hard the military is. There were many times I said, I want to go AWOL. There were many times I said, I want to cry. Because not every day you have the fun and joy. You people see the military admire. So hey, look at that GI. No, it's not that every day, man. You gotta learn how to fight war. You gotta learn how to protect people. You gotta learn how to stay up for hours, sleepless nights. Someone will go on maneuver, 4 hours sleep a day. You out there for months, 4 hours sleep a day. Your whole life will change. Right now, why you think I'm up now? I do my shoulder because I can't sleep sometimes. You know, the discipline, it doesn't leave you. You know, when you get in green with that kind of discipline, it that's what built this nation. That's why America is so great because many of the people that serve in government serve in the military. Or you work for or police or some kind of security agency so they know about responsibility, about discipline, about punishment. They know it. So when you get a job, you know you can't fail because you feel if something go wrong, somebody got to be held responsible. Shit don't just go wrong for nothing. When we put shit in order, Sam, and lay the law down and set everything foundation and give it to people to run, and something goes wrong, there got to be a reason why it go wrong. It couldn't go wrong because it just went wrong. No, we got to find out whether it's mechanical or a human. And if it's human error, we got to correct that error so it doesn't happen again. Because anything that breaks down, it's expensive to repair. And we can't keep repairing it on people bullshit negligence. So we punish people for negligence. Why? Because when you get on a job, you have to know that if you mess up, somebody got to pay. And if the government got to pay, it's coming out of your money. This is not Liberia. You see, we have not reached to that level of responsibility. Everything in our country is for peace sake. And we got to change that. And when we change that, people will learn that when you mess up, you know you're going to be held responsible. And you better stand ready to pay. Because ain't going to be no talking for peace sake. Oh, we're going to talk to my mom and my pa like that shit Ellen Johnson Sally did with our country when her son stole our all money. She talking about she responsible. How you be responsible for the corruption of your son? Then she needs to be in jail. That old useless criminal of Ellen Johnson Sally need to be in jail. That's why in our Christian religion, we cannot stand for other people. Everybody stand on their own 2 feet. That's the same thing with our law. Everybody stands on your own 2 feet. You violate the law, your mom and pa can't stand for you. Because with me, I ready to fuck the be Jesus on Ellen Johnson Sally. I ready to fuck that old witch. I ready to stretch Ellen Johnson Sally, get 4 boys from up country and stretch that old witch, let all her bones crack, and I will fuck the be Jesus on her. Because you do not take the criminal responsibility of other people and say, I will pay. Well, then pay. Your son can steal from us and bankrupt our country and kill our future. And you tell us you responsible? And that's why I'm telling you, right off the bat, in my view, Ellen Johnson Sally owe us $20 million and we'll collect it. Because she said she's responsible for her son's mess he made by stealing our money at local. So she says she's responsible. We're all responsible. We're not even going to court. We're not even negotiating any shit. She says she's responsible. Ellen Johnson Sally made it clear to the Liberian people that what her son did with our $10 million, she is responsible. We add interest to that shit and we're coming to Ellen Johnson Sally for our damn money. Her estate or her family estate will pay us. Will pay us. We ain't going to court. There's no need to go to court. The whole Liberia heard Ellen Johnson Sally when she said, my son stole it. I'm responsible for it. I take responsibility. Their family will pay us. We can't have people stealing from us and coming with this for peace sake and family shit. No. We got too many people suffering that don't benefit from the things a few people benefited from in our country. Like this Zian guy in jail right now. This thing is pissing me off, man, because this is injustice. This is the same injustice you killed my pa for. You say my pa treated our people wicked. And the same thing going on in our country today. Huh? How you will kill my pa for a crime against humanity? Then we see the very, very evil thing being perpetrated by the people. This is not right. It was not right on the top when Toba then did it. It is not right right now. It is not. Sam, this is why we are held responsible to set our country straight. We are held responsible to set our country straight. Now in our country, we got to stand for. Look at my people. Let me tell you something. In my family, I'm a damn troublemaker. In my family, I am a troublemaker. And that's why my father respected me. Because I was a troublemaker to my father too. Me and my father were fuss about Liberia just as we were fuss about my family business. Because when there are things going on in my country, I hear in the street, I don't like it, I bring it to my pa, who are attorney general, and we're talking about it. And many times my pa will say, pack your damn things, leave my house. I pack my things and leave. I leave. And that's why when the coup happened, the people in the street respected me who knew me because they knew the kind of man I was. And I am. I ain't going to back down or back you when you're wrong. And I know it's wrong. And in the worst interest of my country, it's wrong. And my family will understand that too. I wasn't raised with my brothers and sisters them. I was raised with my mom people. I'm different. Even my mom people don't understand me because the woman who raised me different. Okay? I believe in doing what I say I would do. I don't write laws and make laws and do what I want to do. That's where me and the Liberian people fuss. We cannot sit down as a people and knock our heads together to find a solution to our problems. Then when we find it, one Joe won't do what he wants to do still. You can't do that. And you will not get me to side with you for peace sake. When we say we're doing something, we do it. We do it. And if anybody sway away from that, they get punished. That's how the world operates. And that's how I operate. I don't like deceitfulness. I don't like betrayal. I don't like liars. I don't like backstabbers. I don't like lazy bitches. And that would piss me off. And that would mean nor family nor friends can work together. You see? Because people pick sides because of their interests. I don't do that. Even in my family, Sam, my pa got many children. When my pa lived, my pa helped me responsible to go to all the children's mother. And all the mothers wanted interest with my father. That was many of my father's children don't like me. My father's children and their mothers don't like me. Why? Because I did what was in the best interest of my pa. Okay? I gave my pa the girlfriend I felt he should have had. Okay? Okay? All the women wanted what they wanted. There was some women that really took care of my pa. And those were the women I led around my pa. I set up good for them. People who took care of my pa. And this is the problem when your pa is a philanderer and you like to be promiscuous, got so many women, then he got you in the middle there to go do this, go do that, go do that. You go. You know, all the people look to you as a troublemaker too. They say, oh, Rodney is a troublemaker, Rodney doing this. And that's how it was with my pa. Because in my last days, I was there. I was a lawyer. All my children, I was one of the educated ones with him. I wanted to learn from him. I didn't care about my money. I didn't care about my power. Well, I care about his power because the power, I had to regulate that. So I didn't care about his money. I wanted to learn what my power knew, how to run government. That's why I was always asking him questions. We were always fussing. Because there were things my father saw one way, I saw the other way because I was a political science student. And when I come from my school, my class, I go sit on my father during the vacation. We together in the car, riding and talking, and he telling me something I don't want to hear. And I said, Daddy, no, Daddy, that ain't working. You know, that bourgeois. I would tell you that. And they will piss my father off. What are you talking about that bourgeois? Who are you to tell me that bourgeois? You know, and that was we so fun, Sam. Because he's talking something different from what I see. I know the people suffer. Then you telling me something as that bourgeois, and I'm living it. You got me in school, giving me $60 for the whole six months I'm in school. You know I'm gonna pay people. And Sam, what's $60 for 60 months? I gotta hang with the people. There I sit with you telling me bullshit about the country. And I'm looking at you, I said, look at the other man here. I'm with the poor people. You my dad. I don't give a damn me, my dad. You suffer me than the poor people. Then on vacation time we're riding together. You telling me something I don't want to hear. And I know it's different. And I know it's not a reality. I'm supposed to sit down and just drive with you. You have already made me a man. You got me up there for myself, making my own money, making my own survivor. You think I got that for power in my business? No, I'm a survivalist. You told me on the street, I can survive that because you put me out there, you gave me $60 for 6 months. How you tell I'm surviving? I'm surviving on people, on my skills, playing basketball. People pay me for what I can do, pay my way to play basketball for them. So I can, if I do that for myself, you see why in America people break away from their family and go? Because when you're making money, you can feed yourself and survive. You don't need your mind power. If your power talking bullshit and your mind talking bullshit because they in power, and you know the reality of the situation because they got you suffering, the reality, and you can go out and get a job. Why I stay with my power for? Pray tell me, Sam, that was me and my power used to fuss. Because I was playing basketball, making my pocket change he wasn't giving me. He was running behind with me, but he was leading my country. I wanted to learn from him. So when I came from vacation, I would ride with him in the car, I would sit, I would be with him, all on him. But that don't mean I like that bullshit. I would listen to them talking. I had access to all the governmental officials. They knew me. They knew I didn't give a damn about them. When they're talking with my dad, I didn't like what they were saying. I said, hey, excuse me, it can't work. Now people don't let me say, I would tell them right there, I say, it will not work. I'm a political scientist. You telling me something that will not work. Even with security, Sam, I used to tell them, you're messing up. That's my country, not because of my power. That's my country. I'm an educated man. I'm sitting with security people that are not educated like me. I would be silent. I would be scared of my power. And that's why I survived, Sam. Because most of the time I wasn't quiet. I was speaking up and the people heard me speaking up. And people say, oh, that man right. There were times my power would do some things, I would go straight to his office and say, you did wrong. And my power would tell the people, put him in jail. You know, Sam, I've been to jail with my power. But, you know, I didn't hit my power for that. I didn't hit my power for that. I knew why I said to my power, I was brave enough to say it. And when you're brave enough to say it, you got to take the consequences of what comes with you. And I was willing to say it and go to jail. And my pa knew it. Because while I was in jail, there were things I heard from the people in the jail that was detrimental to our national security. And when I heard it, I called the security. I said, "Open the jail, get me out." They knew I was the minister's son. They knew my father there put me in jail because he was pissed off with me. I wasn't a criminal. So when I called the police to open the jail, they opened the jail for me. I got tired with the jail. They would open the jail. I would sit outside by myself, walk around the prison because Vonnie Dempster told them. So anything Rodney wanted, they give it to Rodney, you know, because he knew my father there put me in jail because he was pissed off with me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in jail, I called the police. I tell them open the jail. I want to sit outside. They open the jail. I come outside. I sit outside. Now I was able to call my pa when I heard things were going on wrong in the country. I called my pa from the prison, and here I talk. And when I told him what I had to tell him, he was silent. He couldn't talk because that's when I knew what I heard was true. Because when I called him from the if my pa did not respect me, and what I said, my pa would have never taken on the phone when I called him from the prison. I called my father from the prison to tell him what I heard in the prison. And as soon as he heard I was me on the line, he picked up the phone and we talked. And I told him, he said, "Okay, Rodney, I got it." And he hung up. I was finished with him. I hung up. I went back in the cell went to sleep. And then locked the cell. I went to jail. I wasn't worried about power, man. So these are people, when you stand on principle, and people don't expect you to stand on principle, you know there can be repercussion because people don't expect you to talk.
Mm-hmm.
People don't expect nobody to talk. And that what usually happen with me and my pa. When people know nobody want to talk, I would talk. I said, "No, it's not right. I ain't care what." Oh, this is my pa too. "Oh yeah, you know too much." Put the man inside. Sam,
Mm.
so let's end this show.
Yeah, thank you, Rod. But I'm on my way to Monrovia uh, to see Congo and his anti-corruption troop. Hopefully by tomorrow you're going to see some photos if indeed they have come out.
Why tomorrow? Why you can't send it today?
Yeah, I'm saying. I mean, if you don't be up to date, if they are there, then tomorrow we'll discuss it.
We'll
That's what I
put it.
mean.
We gotta wait till the show to put it up. When you send it, we'll put it.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
Sam. Be careful out there. Okay,
Yeah, thank you.
take care. Ladies and gentlemen, that was show for this morning. Let me tell you something, my people. We cannot change our country if we don't have men. You cannot be a man if you're afraid to speak out. If you're afraid to go to jail. If you're afraid to be beaten. If you're afraid to be knocked down. Prison was not made for dogs. Prison was made for people. It's just that don't go there for the wrong thing. Okay? Do what John Lewis said. What John Lewis saying? He was saying, make trouble for good reasons. That's what he was saying indirectly. I can't remember. Senator, Representative, Congressman John, the late Congressman John Lewis of America saying, he always had a saying that had to do with, if you're going to cause trouble, do it for a good reason. Good trouble. Always cause good trouble. Okay? That means buck the system when it's wrong. Don't accept it if it's wrong. If you know it's wrong, it's detrimental to you and your people. Don't accept it. Don't accept it. Let them know you and I accept it is wrong. Let them punish you. Other people will find out the truth. Aluta. Continue. Have a good day, my people. My class is done. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Okay? See you. Let me get out of here. Just take no moment to go.